Right.
Now, another problem there is ang mag-handle niyan yung mga master sergeants, etc., mag-handle ng training ng military sa mga high schools, saka yung tertiary, etc. Fine. Now, they may be good soldiers, but they're very bad teachers. Okay, we go on to R.O.T.C. Okay,
Reserve Officer Training Corps.
right.
Corps.
For everyone's knowledge, I went through the R.O.T.C. training, all of it. So,
MS 11, 12, 21, 22.
right. Nag-officer ka ba?
High school, CAT. College, hindi.
Ako wala akong tiyaga sa ganun.
Officer
Seriously,
ako.
wala akong tiyaga.
CAT officer ako.
Wala akong tiyaga. So, briefly, tinanggal yan, a little history, no? Tinanggal yan dahil may namatay.
Hazing.
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 Okay, so, tapos merong accusations of corruption, etc. I forgot the name, kung alam niyo yung pangalan ng namatay doon sa hazing, please notify us.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, big deal. Kaya tinanggal yan. Now, Duterte, for good reason, gusto niyang ibalik yung R.O.T.C. At ibabalik na nga.
Babalik na. Umokay na.
May mga contentions na lang kung anong level of education or anong level, kunyari, grade 1, grade 11 ba, 12, or sa tertiary na ilalagay.
Ang narinig ko is parang sa junior and senior high school.
Okay. Man may take ka doon?
It's almost the same as how it was before. First and second year college. Which is katumbas nung junior senior.
By the way, we let's lay out the groundwork first. Are we pro or against R.O.T.C? R.O.T.C.
I am overall pro R.O.T.C ako.
May talagang ano yun.
Overall, kasi may mga
Reservation.
Oo, pero in general pro ako kasi I know the benefits being an officer ng CAT. So I've learned a lot.
Okay.
Pero yeah, ikaw anong
Ako
stand mo?
naman, ang stand ko dyan is yes to R.O.T.C. Pero we'll discuss yung aking how we're going to do it in a bit in our discussion. No? Ngayon, meron kasing international law na bawal gamitin ang mga minors for military or warfare purposes.
Tama.
Okay.
It's not like it's being followed anyway. When it comes to a country engaging itself into war.
Hindi, here's the thing. Di ba dapat ang labanan dyan ay fair play? Pasok tayo ng fair play. Di ba? Hindi tayo gagamit ng mga bata. Ganun yun eh. Whether, kunyari, a rogue country or a bad country uses their minors, issue nila yun.
Tama.
Okay? Sa atin din natin gagawin yun. Now, here's the thing. The arguments there is, okay, hindi naman sila isasabak sa gera eh.
Tama.
Kunyari, minors, hindi mo naman ipapahawak ng baril yan. Training lang muna.
It's very
Citizen
specific
training.
It's reserve officers training.
Right.
Corps.
Para maging reservist sila.
Oo,
Right.
reservist. So this is more or less you would be given basic training how to handle arms. And it's very important. We've heard mga aksidente sa baril, naglilinis ng baril, nailapag kung saan, mishandled, resulting to accidents and some of them deaths. But if almost everybody has the proper training on how to handle these dangerous instruments, mami-minimize natin yun. I'm not saying it's gonna go away, pero at least mabawasan man lang yung mishandling.
Ang sa akin naman, just to comply with international law, ang dapat sa akin yung mga first year college or second year college.
Which is the same age as junior senior.
Well, okay, pagdating na ng college, tertiary na, doon sila dapat mag-training. Unang-una kasi, at that age, medyo may maturity na to handle things. Okay? Another thing would be, wala na tayong nilalabag na.
Ngayon, ang ano ko naman dyan, viewpoint ko is, you want to do it at an earlier age than tertiary education. So that, kasi your argument is mas matured na sila during that time. What I want to happen is use it as a tool to push them into maturity.
Medyo, ano yun shaky yung argument.
Oo, pero I mean, you can use it parang give them additional responsibilities. You train them And then from there on, they start realizing some of the things that happens in real life.
May CAT pa ba ngayon?
Wala na.
Wala na. Okay, so probably we can modify that. Ibalik natin yung CAT for the younger people.
Mhm.
Pero, call it part of R.O.T.C. Katulad doon sa'yo. And then yung heavier learnings would probably be for tertiary.
Pwede.
Okay, halimbawa na lang. Not everybody has the privilege of going through Boy Scout, etc., etc.
Naging Boy Scout,
Hindi ako nag-Boy Scout. That's another story for another time. Mababang
I
ko
will do
doon.
my best to do my duty to God and my country
Right.
and my and tell other people at all times and to obey the Scout law.
Right.
And so on and so forth. I forgot the rest.
Okay. So,
Scout
ganito
order.
yan. I'm more on sa CAT and R.O.T.C. in general, ano ba ang tinuturo?
Mhm.
Okay? Kasi ganito yan. Ikaw, pag tinanong kita about ano natutunan mo nun, definitely mas deeper ang learning mo. Dahil naging officer ka.
That's true.
But for yung mga ordinaryong kadete tulad namin, I really had nothing.
Right.
Now, another problem there is ang mag-handle niyan yung mga master sergeants, etc., mag-handle ng training ng military sa mga high schools, saka yung tertiary, etc. Fine. Now, they may be good soldiers, but they're very bad teachers.
True.
Ganun yan eh. Okay? Iba ang pagiging
not all of
soldier.
them. Siguro there are a few.
Hindi lang yun. Iba ang training nag-training ka ng mga plebs, ng mga cadet, ng mga talagang sundalo versus mga estudyante.
Right.
It
Iba
is-
yung pag-push sa kanila.
Iba.
Lighter, you have to consider a lot of things.
Right. Hindi pwede yung tipong, tayo kayo dyan, ganyan.
Oo,
Follow order.
collapse, di ba?
Hindi
Hindi
nila
pwede.
magigit ka agad yun eh. So, I'd rather look at kung ano bang balak niyong curriculum.
Mhm.
Di ba?
Yun yung isa rin sa magiging point ko. Ano ba yung magiging curriculum nito?
Yeah.
Anong
Kasi ito,
coverage?
sa totoo lang, officer ka, pare, kadete ko. I promise you, I learned nothing.
Well, I've learned a lot of things.
Kasi nga, you
Oo.
went
And-
into it. You went into it.
You have valid points. Kasi, I have to admit, yung mga natutunan namin. Kasi sa CAT, what happens is, at an earlier year, third year high school, you volunteer to be part of the COCC,
Mhm.
Cadet Officer.
Right, COCC, yeah.
Hindi ko naman tandaan. Career or something, I don't remember. Tapos you graduate and then the year after that, you become an officer.
Mhm.
And when you become an officer on your last year of high school, kayo yung magti-train sa mga regular cadets.
Of course.
So we were the ones, especially ako, I was a lieutenant. So I was there, I have my own platoon. I do the drills, I do a lot of stuff. So there are assignments kasi per rank. Iba nagdi-discuss, iba nagagawa ng lesson plan. So it's good. It's very good training ground for us. Ngayon, again, I have to admit, hindi namin na-transfer lahat yung knowledge namin from the training to the And it's not because we didn't want to, it's just that we were not teachers. No, we were not teachers. We were students as well.
Exactly.
Tapos after nung training, tropa mo sa labas.
Right.
Di ba? Ano gawin mo? Drop, give me 5, give me 10. Yari ka sa akin mamaya. Di ba? Ganun eh. Although we were trained, we knew how to do it. It doesn't mean that we have the
Transfer the knowledge.
right, the skills to be able to transfer that knowledge effectively.
Yeah, so a couple of things na siguro pwede natin itakal sa CAT and probably R.O.T.C. CAT, wag muna yung arms handling. Wag muna.
Arms
Teka muna.
Okay.
Ito muna. CAT, I'd rather look at, be heavy on first aid.
Okay.
Yan ang gusto ko mangyari sa CAT. Be heavy on first aid. That's very useful even for life. Di ba? Another thing is yung basic resourcefulness.
Right. So ito nga yung isa sa mga feeling ko na i-transfer namin pero not as effective.
Yes.
Topics like map reading.
Pwede? Hindi, ganito, let's upgrade that.
Hindi, pero kasi these things are very basic things that you might need Someday.
Lalo ko walang signal.
Itong dalawang to,
Walang signal.
map reading and how to use a military compass.
Yes.
So those two things. Ngayon, people says, when you're lost and you have a compass, you get to where you want. grab somebody, anybody off the roads, kahit na 30 anyos pa yan, bigyan mo ng compass, iligaw mo, tingnan mo kung makabalik yan.
Hindi. I think, ito naman, on that note, we have to upgrade some things.
Yes,
Seriously,
of
we have
course.
to upgrade some
Kasi
things.
these knowledge we had are outdated.
Right. Yung map reading, fine. Pero kumbaga, it has to go with technology na eh.
Right, pero do you know that this
Kasi wala ka sa bundok, walang signal. No?
It's not just that. This skill ng map reading ko made it easier for me to orient myself using Waze, using Google Maps.
Oh.
Kahit yung simpleng map ng mall, yung I know some people na hindi talaga maka-orient. They see the map, may download, you are here. Saan tayo dadaan? Ayan. Saan yan? Kasi merong course sa military where talagang tuturuan ka paano mag-orient ng map. Pag may map, meron niyang yung northwest southeast na compass. Doon nakaturo yung north. Tatapat mo yung compass mo, kailangan i-orient mo siya sa tamang direction. Meron pa mga azimuth yan. Some computations that you have to do. And then you can use the map. That's the only time that the map is actually used.
It makes sense.
Right, oo.
Okay, ganito naman. Ako naman, I have very little knowledge of map reading. Pero ganito naman, little throwback. Na-ace ko yun, pare. I don't remember it now. Pero there was a game we used to play nung sa C18, tipong ginamit yung map, may compass. I was able to do that.
Parang hunt of some sort.
Pero ewan ko if it helps, pero ako kasi hindi ako geographically challenged na alam ko kung saan ako pupunta. Pag tumingin ako ng map ng mall.
Have you considered na maybe that helped you?
Maybe. I really couldn't tell. Pero,
kasi ako, I consider that part of that knowledge imparted to me na something that helped me become less geographically challenged.
Ako naman, sa akin, ever since I was a kid, I have a very good imagination. Tipong, I call it the imagination drone. Na kunyari nandito ako sa labas ng kalsada, iisipin ko kung saan ako pupunta. Parang, I look at it, imagining from where. Ganun ako eh.
Nag-orient ka.
Nag-orient ako.
Right.
So, ewan ko if the map reading help or ganun na talaga ako.
Right.
Pero meron talaga mga geographically challenged people na mahirap talaga. Alam ko yan eh, yung hindi makalocate sa mall.
Hindi, forget about the mall. Waze. Saan tayo? Ayun, sila mong guhit. Dalawa yung kalye. Ayun, yung mahaba. Alin dito yan?
Oh, right.
Diba? They're not stupid. They're just...
Hindi lang talaga...
They're not used to getting their bearings right away.
Right.
Eventually, tinuturo ko yan. So, eto yan. Iikot ko yung mapa. Eto yung road na yan. Yan. Kita mo yan. So, nakita mo itong kalye. Eto yan. So, ibibigay mo sa kanya yung directions. And then, okay, it makes sense. So, they can orient, pero it takes a while.
It's a fun skill. Mga batang nanonood sa amin, it may seem old school, pero it's really fun when you get the hang of it. It's really fun.
Masarap siyang activity. So, yun nga, you want to focus more on first aid. Yes, I agree
life
with that.
skill yan.
Life skill yan, yung CPR, something as basic as that.
Right.
Yung what to do when you see somebody having a seizure attack. Something as simple as that. Kasi yung iba nagpapanik, hindi alam gagawin eh.
Another thing is, kunyari, of course, yung ating mga kabataan, yung nanay, tatay nyo, pag may sakit or whatever, you know what to do.
Anong?
At yung ating mga skateboarders, pag nabalian ka,
trash yan?
Trash yan. Hindi trash yan.
May magagalit sa akin mga kumpare.
Whatever. Yung mga skateboarders, pag kunyari nabalian ka, you know what to do first.
Right.
Kasi bago dumating yung talagang tulong sa'yo, it will take a little time.
Yung na-aksidente ka, nahulog ka sa mataas na lugar, bumagsak ka, having that knowledge na you should not move him, kasi baka ma-aggravate na yung situation, you don't move the neck.
Ituturo yun. And ladies and gentlemen, itong mga sinasabi namin sa inyo is natutunan namin.
Right. How to prepare a splinter.
Yes.
Yung pag may bali, paano maglagay ng kahoy, and then paano siya talian. Basic skills na paramedics alam yan.
Exactly. The Red Cross, meron silang program ng Red Cross na turo niyan. So, it would be very good yung mga educators ng Red Cross to,
Right. You can pull them up
yes,
and they
they'd
can
be
present.
glad to.
Oh.
And ito pa, at pag-usapan natin ito yung previous podcast, doon mo ipapasok ngayon, nationwide pare, earthquake drills, what to do.
Oh, and then you can grab a random person and have them do it.
Diba?
Diba?
Ganon, doon mo ipapasok yung earthquake drills, doon may maraming uses.
Samahan mo ng we have this, ito sa work ko na lang natutunan to, yung mga fire drills. And then seminars.
What to do.
Something as simple as
Na kahit
how to use a,
kahit na, yun na nga, I was about to
extinguisher.
get to that. Kahit na bata ka, alam mo, hindi tipong alien sa yung fire extinguisher, di ba?
Right. Ang alam mo lang may lumalabas diyan pampatay. Pero do you know how strong the pressure of that shit is? Kasi there was this thing, this happened a couple of months ago. Dito sa bahay namin sa Parañaque, yung katapat namin na poste, nag-spark, nag-apoy. So we saw it kasi my mother took a video, nag-live siya sa group chat namin magkakapatid. So just so we know, mga anak, ito yung nangyayari, pero okay naman, safe kami, malayo naman. Ang sabi ko, bakit wala kayong fire extinguisher? Sabi sa akin, kahit naman meron tayong mataas yan eh. Sabi ko, hindi.
Yung pressure
The last time I used a fire extinguisher, yung handheld na ganyang kaliit, na gano'n na isang kamay, binomba ko yun sa dati kong trabaho, this way back, early 2000 or late 90s. Ganyang kaliit na fire extinguisher, umabot sa taas ng poste.
Wow.
Because the transformers were on fire.
Uh-huh.
And my boss, that time, was an American. Binigay niya sa akin. And I was doubting na aabot. Taas eh. Taas ng poste. Pag bomba ko talaga, lampas sa poste. And then that's the time I realized, okay, hindi to joke. Tapos, again, like what I was saying earlier, natutunan ko na lang to at work. And this was like 2011. Sinama ako sa ERT, Emergency Response Team ng floor. So tinrain kami ng basic training lang ng mga firemen, mga fire officers.
Pwede rin yun sila mag-train, di ba?
Right, sila rin.
So not necessarily militaristic yung yung dating nung...
So maybe we can do that in high school, yung militaristic sa college.
Oo. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, maraming pwedeng use. Kanyari, how to start a fire. Diba? Just in case nag-camping kayo sa labas.
Right.
Diba? And you need to cook something.
Minsan kahit may post-pro ka na, masarap lang siyang gawin eh.
Oo.
Parang...
For the challenge of it.
Ano siya eh, bragging skill. Guys, kaya nyo ba to? Diba?
Ano bang magagawa?
It adds fun to what you do.
Right. And sikat ka pag marunong.
Diba?
Diba? Hindi namin naipakita sa inyo ni Oli, meron kaming isang common na bracelet eh.
Ay, oo.
Yung yung may ripcord.
Paracord.
Saka meron din siyang
may whistle. May flint siya. Flint. Pero dalawang bakal siya na when you scratch them with each other, nag-spark.
Ngayon, here's a question.
May whistle siya sa side.
For some reason, I bought the thing, not because it's cute, but because, it was in me na tipong baka maging...
That's the same. Nakita ko siya. We went to the AFP Museum. Field trip ng anak ko. I was the adult looking after her, my daughter. Tapos, sa intro, nag-briefing, and then sinabi ng isang soldier na, we also have these bracelets, explain niya kung anong uses.
May may compass pa minsan yun, di ba?
Pero this one doesn't. Usually yung mga relo yun yung mga diver's watch. So, in-explain niya, tapos sabi niya, paracord to, this is not a regular tali, which can handle, I think, about 250 kilos. That you can unwind if you need tali on emergencies. Yung pito, if you're lost or lumindol, natabunan ka, like yung nangyari sa Pampanga, nasa ilalim ka, pipito ka.
Para alam nila kung nasa
they would know. Kasi, imagine nakakulong ka sa ilalim, nakadagan sa kalahati ng katawan mo. You're buhay ka, hindi ka na makagalaw. You're immobile. Tapos, compare yung pagpito versus pagsigaw ng tulong.
Right.
Yung, di ba yung...
Travels faster.
Kasi yung effort na exert mo, papagod ka, hingalin ka. You have to conserve the energy. So, those things.
Another thing would be, wala nang ganitong program yung YDT, if you remember.
Oh.
Youth Development Training.
Saan yun? Elementary, di ba?
Yeah, wala na eh.
Parang predecessor siya ng CAT.
Sa YDT, CAT, then R.O.T.C.
Oh.
Now, what I learned from YDT, pare, here's what I'm proud of. Ang unang tinuro sa amin nun was how to cook things.
Ginawa
Kunyari,
namin
prito,
yan sa
prito,
Boy
prito.
Scout. Sa Boy Scout.
Hindi, sa YDT ko natutunan yan.
Mm.
And right now, I'm, doing...
Basic prito, yeah.
Yeah. From there, yung basic prito, nakapagluto ako ng adobo, etc., etc. And right now, I'm an amateur chef.
Imagine this, so.
Wala akong training. Just that ang hobby ko lang na once in a while, pag lang na may special guest dito sa bahay, ako nagluluto ng mga masarap.
Right. So imagine this, pero kang 5th grader or 6th grader na kayang magluto ng basic.
Yeah.
Di ba? Or at the very least, kaya niyang i-handle yung kalan.
Right.
Hindi ka nag-aalala na.
Importante yun.
Di ba? Hindi ka nag-aalala na.
Importante yun.
O anak mo, kung gagalawin niyang kalan, delikado.
Marami sa ating mga youth ngayon do not know how to cook.
Right.
Men and boys and girls.
Boys and girls. Ngayon,
There are adults na kilala ko hindi marunong magluto. Oh my
there
God.
are couples that I know na walang ginawa kundi kumain sa labas.
Ano ba yun? Basic skill yun eh.
Pero nagkaanak, eventually, pinuwersa niya yung sarili.
Yeah, but I don't think the food is
Di ba?
quite
You just
good.
learned. Kasi along the way, especially mga lalaki, sa totoo lang, nakaka-arte magluto ng lalaki.
Yeah. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, may uses talaga yan. As long as gusto kong makita yung
Proper
curriculum
curriculum.
niya maganda.
Right.
And yung mag-educate sa mga tao. Katulad yung sinabi ni Oli, marami siyang na-absorb as a skill. Hindi niya na-transfer lahat. And minsan half-baked pa.
Right.
Kasi to begin with, he's not an educator. Wala siyang skills to.
Di ba? I mean, you're teaching, your students are the same age as yours.
No.
Tapos, you basically have the same level of
Oo. So,
intelligence.
that's one part of it. Ano, yung basic life skills should be done at the high school level. Yung sinasabi lang 11th grade, 12th grade. Okay ako doon, give them basic life skills. Okay?
Ngayon, the one thing that you were saying na don't let them handle arms. I think, and this was I think what was, it was used to excite yung students, is you make them, you let them know na, okay, eventually after all these skills that are passed, magkakaroon tayo ng field trip ng baril. Para siyang bonus that you have to do well so that you qualify for field trip.
Hindi mo na. Seriously, hindi mo na. Sa college na. Yun naman ang ito naman, this part 2 of that. Yung again, gusto ko makita yung curriculum ng college. Okay? Curriculum ng college on R.O.T.C. Okay, R.O.T.C. sa totoo lang, nabuisit lang ako. We did nothing but march on the parade grounds and taught that. Okay?
Bumili ng sopa o soft drinks.
Oh, now here's the thing. Sabi nila, it inculcates discipline and following orders, etc. Fine. Pero you have to make it a little more interesting than that. Otherwise,
you're giving credence dun sa mga kumukontra na don't be a blind follower.
right.
Di ba? You don't give them credence na yun lang talaga yung ginagawa niyo. Di ba? They make you realize that you have to follow orders because it's been a saying, di ba, na a good leader is a good follower.
Right.
You need to know how to follow for you to be able to lead.
Tapos doon mo siya ano ba ang firearms? Ano ba ang military equipment? Doon yun ang orientation muna.
So,
Ano ba a brief military
we
history?
have to do with to do away with yung garan. Wala nang gumagamit nun eh. M1.
Pwede.
Na
Hindi. Tingnan na. Yung garand is for drills yung
Hindi kasi may field strip ng garan eh.
yeah.
Huwag na yun. Start with the M16.
Oh, di ba sabi nga ni Duterte marami tayong bago.
Plus, mas madali mag-field strip ng M16.
Konti lang ang parts eh.
2 pin lang yun. Bukas na yun. Tapos hugutin mo na yung bolt.
And basic gun care.
Basic gun care.
Gun handling.
Something as simple as trigger finger.
Yes. Ano pa yun? Pwede na rin at that point dahil medyo mature na first aid on gunshot wound.
Right.
First aid lang naman.
Hindi mo naman
Hindi ka naman
babarilin.
mag-surgery doon.
Ano lang, pressure.
Yung tipong kunyari, halimbawa, tinamaan ka.
Sa noo.
Anong gagawin mo? Diba?
You put pressure on the wound. Yeah, things like that.
Hindi naman, hindi pwede sa mga baka masyado matrauma. Di ba, hindi mo rin, masyado matatrauma yun.
Hindi mo naman sila babarilin or ano, pero
Hindi naman, pare.
what we're saying is,
Huwag ka rin magpakita ng mga graphic.
oo.
Ganito,
Siguro may
sumabog ang bungo.
demo. May demo kayo, di ba? Na lagyan mo ng ketchup or whatever.
Whatever.
Di ba?
Whatever. But the thing is, these things are also life skills. Di ba? So that's what I'm saying. You can teach, kunyari, military history. Ano bang naging role natin sa World War I, World War II,
Right.
and our current standing kung bakit mas importante at this day and age na magkaroon tayo ng R.O.T.C.
Right.
Now, these things could only be cascaded properly kung educator talaga ang nagtatransfer niyan. Okay? Katulad nga ng mga programs na sinasabi sa'yo. Halimbawa, it would be fun to, by the way, still sa batch namin, I still hold the record ng ng fastest tripping ng M16. So,
M16 is one of those.
napag-tripan ko lang yun. Tipong, I was bored that day. Just one of those weird times na nakinig ako sa instructor. Kasi hawak-hawak niya baril eh.
Oh.
Nakinig ako, tapos sige, stripping tayo, ganyan na. Nasa krami kami nun. Tapos, okay, fine.
Nakakaliw mag-strip.
O kaya also, kahit yung mga 45.
Madali lang din yun.
Hindi, I mean, you know.
But what I'm saying is madali sa amin because we've seen that.
Yeah.
Pero, I mean, there are some people na takot sa baril. Eh.
Hindi, wala nga yung fear.
Yun nga eh.
Baril nun.
Natatakot ka sa baril because you never had the opportunity to understand the tool. It's a tool. Kung takot ka sa baril dahil nakakamatay yun, yung martilyo nakakamatay rin.
Kutsilyo,
Yung
butter
kutsilyo
knife.
nakakamatay. Yung etong power bank na to, pag itinalo ko sa ulo ng kung sino to,
Si John Wick nga, pencil.
tuloy mo, yung ginagamit ng mga anak natin sa eskwelahan.
John Wick,
Deadly weapon.
pencil.
Pero,
Anyway.
yun. So,
Here's another thing. Probably, basic self-defense. Yung hand-to-hand. Basic
Pwede.
self-defense. Everybody will need. Alam niyo, pag kunyari na-hone nyo yan, lalakas ang loob ng mga babae and mas mababawasan na mararape because they know how to defend themselves.
right.
Diba?
Right.
Yung mga ganun. Hindi yung tipong, narinig ko na sa mga discussion na babasa ko sa mga R.O.T.C. Kailangan natin balik. Patriotism, blah, blah, blah. Hindi okay. Anong practical uses na yan?
Maybe. Sige, patriotism. Plus na lang yun.
Oo. Also, you have to make it, enjoyable. Kasi iba ang learning curve ng mga bata ngayon.
Right. Mabilis sila. Sure.
Hindi lang yun.
Pero,
Hindi katulad
attention
natin
span
hard
nila.
learning nun. Hindi. Hard learning tayo nun eh. Memorize, blah, blah, blah. Remember yung
talaga eh.
12 regions, tapos yung mga capital, di ba? Remember that? So anyway, you have to make it entertaining for them. Di ba?
Yung attention span nila kasi ngayon is very short.
Iba. Ang bilis eh.
Kailangan
Mabilis sila
super
mag-absorb.
interesting talaga.
Yeah. It has to be very interesting.
Para mag-linger yung attention nila dun sa specific topic.
Ngayon, kung ang gagawin nyo ay katulad lang ng ginawa sa akin, di ba, ito, pakinggan ko lang gusto kong pakinggan. It doesn't really dig deep sa akin na tipong ito.
Yung nangyari sa akin dati, nahuli kami nagpupusoy ng officer ng college.
Di ba?
But yeah. So,
Marami siyang practical uses.
So, another alternative that I can see is, and I've seen suggestions similar to this, is yung ginagawa ng Singapore and ng South Korea. Compulsory military service.
Pwede rin yun.
And this should be done either during college days or after.
Pwede. As part of before graduation. Kaysa yung planting trees.
Oo. At pagtaninin mo sila habang sundalo sila, you can incorporate that. Pero, yun nga.
Actually, I like that program. Di ba, yung lahat ng citizens mo, kailangan mag-render ng military service. Before ka
They
gumawa.
become soldiers or they undergo actual military training.
Dapat lang. Sa akin, dapat lang. And if in case that program is available today, I would probably enroll.
Maganda siya kasi unang-una it's healthy. It forces you to do exercise.
And kung kunyari, magkaroon man alam mo naman ang napaka-volatile ng ating international scene ngayon. Kung magkaroon ng problema, hindi kayo tipong isa ka lang sa casualty. Bumaksa ka man ng lumalaban, di ba?
Kasi ngayon, having go through the knowledge of how to handle arms and sometimes I'm thinking, what if biglang war breaks out or something similar? Dati, I'm thinking, automatic mag-enlist ako. Pero ngayon, since I have a family, una kong naisip is I will find a weapon and I will make sure that nobody gets in my house.
Secure mo muna yung bahay mo.
Na I will probably try to think like a soldier, pero although I don't have the full training, I have basic understanding. So at the very least, I can protect myself and my family.
Ako naman ganito. Kunyari, if that were to happen here, all able-bodied people din sa bahay, enlist.
Well, that's basically what normally happens, especially pero wala naman tayo kasing conscription, so. Pero if conscription happens, ganun talaga mangyayari.
Pero imagine na lang, kunyari, at that point na magkaroon nga ng ganun, ano, wag naman sana. Pero, kumbaga, imagine at that point, yung ating mga 11, 12 graders na pwedeng mag-handle ng first aid ng ating mga sundalong lumaban na, useful na sila.
Right. You don't need to send them to the battle.
Yes.
Pero they can be behind the lines.
Help.
Diba?
They can help.
At the very least, di ba, mag-nurse sila ron or field.
Hindi. Kasi that's a little too gory, no? Siguro pag kailangan talaga. Pero yung tipong, yung assist mo yung nurse in or doctor somewhere. Kunyari, kailangan lang, kumuha ng tubig dito, ganyan. Ganon. Or get some more bandages. Alam mo yung gagawin mo.
Right.
Hindi yung, anong gagawin natin?
Plus, if that happens kasi, you will need first aid knowledge. Kasi it's gonna be everywhere.
Okay. Now, here's the counter-argument to that. Sa mga nababasa ko rin. Sabi nilang ganon, bakit pinagtutuunan ng Duterte ang R.O.T.C and military blah blah blah, samantalang kulang tayo ng mga teachers at mga classrooms? Ano sa inyo, bre?
It's a separate conversation.
Yes. Talagang maraming problema.
Kasi we can use the same argument na bakit ngayon pinupush nila na taasan ang sweldo ng teachers when yung mga sundalo natin is not getting the right support that they're supposed to be getting. Or bakit inuuna natin yung EDSA, maraming nagugutom na Pilipino. You can always find something wrong.
It's not perfect.
Diba?
We're trying.
There are separate departments working on that. Maybe not as efficient as we want them to be. Pero I mean, there are going to be problems. There are problems, and there are solutions being done. Probably not to our liking, pero they're doing something about it.
Tapos isa pang argument, there are more other ways to teach patriotism, like history.
But we already have that.
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, kasi ngayon, puro sila And here's an observation. I posted this on my Facebook page as well. If you notice, ang kumukontra lang is either leftist or yung talagang walang ibang ginawa kundi kontrahin lang yung administrasyon. Right. Everything they say, against sila. Tulad nung sinabi natin nung election special natin, na merong pro-gay marriage, ano ba si Pangulo ngayon? Anti-pro.
Bumaliktad pro siya dati, baliktad
Hindi, para siyang ako parang somewhere in the middle. So, parang BBL. Okay, so, kung pro-BBL yung Pangulo, mag-aantay sila. Kung bigla mag-switch din yun Yung mga ganong klaseng tao lang yung nagreklamo, and yung mga kaliwa. Bakit yung kaliwa? Because,
magiging potential.
One of the things that I've noticed is when you go through military training, some of the guys actually becomes interested in becoming soldiers. Diba? And when that happens, sobrang dami makakalaban ng mga kaliwa.
Right. That's true.
Mag-bloat ang armed forces natin. We will have double the number, triple the number of reserves. Right. Diba? And when they do stupid shit.
Okay, baliktad natin. Na lang tayo. Truth to matter na lang. Hindi naman sekreto to. The NPAs use children.
Yes, they do.
Oh. The extremists, yung mga extremist terrorists use children.
Right.
Okay?
Yung mga
Dito nga sa
terrorista,
atin,
yung
yung
mga
programa
ISIS.
natin, yung programa nga ng R.O.T.C, we're actually preparing them for that kind of attack.
Right. Plus, we're educating them not to be brainwashed.
Oo. We're preparing, halimbawa lang yung first aid, blah, 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 blah. How to purify water. Kung kunyari, atakihin yung ating mga facilities. You
Right.
know what to do. Hindi ka mamamatay ng ganun
Oo,
lang.
di ba? May bukal sa likod ng bahay mo. You
How
can
do you
drink the
purify?
water.
How do you purify? Ganun. Survival skills. Kasi napaka-volatile, hindi natin alam kung ano mangyayari. Hindi natin alam kung sino yung kalaban eh. Kasi hindi naman naka-uniform yung mga yan
Hindi
eh.
naman yan magpapakilala na kalaban nyo ako, papatayin kita. Hindi. Lalo na yung mga terorista na yan. Imagine if half of Marawi people knew how to defend themselves. Hindi ganun kalala siguro yung damage. Plus, hindi ganun karami marirecruit nila. Right. Mga bata, mga teenagers yung nakuha ng video ng iba. So, mga yun, teka, ba't ako aampi sa inyo?
If anything else, pare, if in case this happens, yung mga ating mga kabataan will know what to do.
Right. They will have
Diba?
understanding.
May survival skills sila. Diba? Yun ang sa akin more than patriotism, more than discipline, more than all the trimmings niyan, it's basic survival skills.
Right. These are knowledge that they can use.
They can use. Yun ang aking gusto dyan. And hindi mo naman pwedeng ilalagay sa school yan sa math.
Hindi pati lahat. Tsaka hindi lahat ng school may grounds eh.
Ha? Yeah.
Hindi lahat meron eh.
Hindi. Ganito naman yan. Ang alam ko dyan, i-divide mo yung community into, kunyari, whatever useful things. Di ba meron yung R.O.T.C na pang AFP. Meron,
Mga branches
Air Force.
Air Force.
Meron pang Navy.
Kasi,
Meron pang...
alala ko nung CAT ko Air Force kami. And then pagdating ko nung college Army. Iba yung ranking eh.
Right.
Iba yung rango. So, nung umpisa ko, medyo nagulat sa akin yung officers kasi na-identify ako as officer before. So, they attempted to put me on an officer role, which I declined. Sabi ko, I'm done with that. Iba yung culture ng Army versus Air Force.
And here's the thing. Halimbawa, katulad na sinasabi mo, there are schools na walang grounds. Okay? Pwede silang Air Force, hindi mo pasasakay ng aeroplano yan mga yan. To begin with, hindi mo bibigyan tig-iisang aeroplano yan. And of course, pare, ang dami nating government grounds. Ang dami nating basketball court ha. Sa totoo lang. Lahat ng barangay may basketball court.
Kalsada nga, nagagawa natin court eh.
Hindi yun ang pwedeng gamitin siguro ng schools. Na yung walang grounds. Yung mga pinagawa ng
mga plaza?
mga plaza, ginawa nila councilor, whatever.
Yung nakapaskil yung pangalan nila, konsyal at congressman doon eh.
Whoever. So doon sila, so there's no shortage of grounds for that. Okay yun.
Okay, so let's move on from there. Medyo
So
napahaba
R.O.T.C
tayo.
sa akin, it's quite good.
As long as we identify what needs to be done.
Ano ba ang tuturo niyan? Ngayon, kung marching lang, huwag na lang. Yun lang sa akin